Nope, it's not an image from the Batman. It's from Christopher Nolan's The Odyssey. Yeah. Hey, Nolan did The Dark Knight, and it was Small World. Anyway, new official images from Christopher Nolan's The Odyssey gives us our first look at Robert Pattinson as Antinous, one of the key antagonists in Homer's epic, and more. The pics come via the latest issue of Empire magazine, where Matt Damon calls it massively entertaining. The magazine or the film? Probably the film. Pattinson appears in decorated Ithacan armor, seated among Ithaca's would-be usurpers, setting the stage for his clash with Tom Holland's Telemachus? Yeah, I think so. And Matt Damon's Odysseus. So there we are. There's some scenes there, taking a walk, just like it was in the old Greek days with, boom mics and cameras. Anyway, closer look. Yeah, there we go. Everything's great. So in Homer's Odyssey, Antinous is the most arrogant of the suitors vying for Penelope's hand, while Odysseus is presumed dead. Pattinson looks poised to bring that to the screen with Nolan's grounded but theatrical style. He joins the project after leading roles in The Batman, Tenet, and The Lighthouse, and reunites with Nolan following their last collaboration. Tenet, yeah. So the new batch of stills also shows Matt Damon as Odysseus with Zendaya as Athena. Tom Holland plays Telemachus, the son of Odysseus. So there he is. He did. Yeah. Anne Hathaway is Penelope, the wife of Odysseus. John Leguizamo is also shown as Eumaeus, one of Odysseus' last loyal allies. Each image reinforces Nolan's use of large-scale sets, natural light, and practical detail. Armor, weapons, and locations are all physically constructed. That's good. There may be some CGI for the special effects and stuff, but it's always good to have that backbone of practicality in the sets and all that. So anyway, there's the cast, all that good stuff. Oh no, that looks like probably from the Trojan War. That would open the film, I suspect. While not officially confirmed, World of Real claims that a 6-minute prologue for the Odyssey will be attached to screenings of Avatar, Fire, and Ash. Boy, a lot of people are advertising their stuff there because Doomsday will be featured, apparently, the first trailer for Avengers Doomsday. So, and it's a no-brainer. A lot of people are going to show up for the Avatar movie. Not me, I can't stand Avatar, but a lot of people love it. So there you go, Nolan used a similar strategy for Tenet and The Dark Knight Rises, releasing extended IMAX prologues before key tentpole films. So odds are, yeah, there's a prologue. So there they are, hanging out in the woods, If true, huge if true, it could mark the public's first chance to see the film's ocean sequences, practical effects, and the tone Nolan is aiming for with this adaptation. So there you go, on its way in July 17th, 2026. So how much, of course, it's based on the myth of the Odyssey that it's the sequel to the Iliad, the Trojan War, And, of course, Odysseus is the one who came up with the idea for the Trojan horse. And so the Greeks win the war. But then, oh no, he gets lost out at sea for 10 years and has all these weird adventures before he finally gets home to take care of these a-holes trying to bang his wife, and take all his property. And that looks like mostly what these scenes are, about the challenge of shooting the arrow through the thing. Anyway, and I guess that's Matt Damon in disguise as the old man who shows up and they don't realize he's Odysseus. I don't know. Anyway, but he's walking around with Athena, so elements of, the gods and the supernatural stuff and all that will be portrayed, and as to how much and all that, I don't know. Last time I saw it was a TV miniseries based on the Odyssey, with, I believe, Armand Assante playing Odysseus. Yeah, it was pretty cool, and there was a lot of effects there. Poseidon was attacking him, and stuff like that. It was throwing waves at him and all that. Then, of course, the lovely encounter with Cersei. Oh, boy, that's turning all the men into pigs and stuff. So how much of that will feature into it? We don't know. We'll have to see the movie, Yeah. You're not getting a lot of that here, but they probably cut back and forth because Penelope just won't give up on Odysseus, but all these men are saying, look, it's time for you to marry one of us so we can get all that property and everything, And Pattinson's going to be one of those a-holes. So they'll probably flash back and forth while she's waiting at home, and these guys keep coming. Sooner or later, you're going to give in. And Odysseus is still stuck out on his bizarre Odyssey, And then eventually he gets there and teaches these guys a lesson. So with just the first images, it's like, gee, is that the whole story of him returning? And that's about it. I would think not. I mean, especially since he's walking around talking to Athena, then it's not just going to forego the fantastic supernatural element. So it's Nolan, who's easily one of the best, if not the best, filmmakers of the era, of the time we're in, right now. So can't help but have some amount of excitement for the Odyssey.